fam, Chichi here. Welcome back. Today I will be talking about the elusive yet very popular EBK. I've heard so many things about them and I just had to test them out for myself. I've been buying a lot of perfumes and I still love sampling perfumes, so I had to see what's up with EBK. But if you're new here, hey, I'm Chichi and I talk about all things lavish but logical. So if that's your sort of thing, go ahead, subscribe, make some friends in the comment section, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I decided to take a chance and order some samples from EBK. Now, the thing that gets people a little bit on edge is that the only way to order stuff is through Instagram. You literally have to hit them up in the DMs, and that's exactly what I did. However, they were very prompt in answering my question. They give you a PayPal invoice, you pay it, and then they ship it. So communication wise, it was really like prompt. And even though they didn't have the, I guess, the official presentation of their sampler kits, they did offer to send me the samples in like this like regular packaging and not charge me for shipping, and it was a lower price, so you know, your girl hopped on that with the quickness. Another piece of the suspicious card comes from is that I'm not sure if this is a France perfumery or they're based out of the UAE, because I know it's shipped from the UAE. And let me tell you, that shipping was really quick. I must have got this thing in like 2 days. I was like, whoa. Some people deem the whole thing as suspicious and other people deem it as exclusive. You can be the judge of that. We're gonna talk about the most popular one, which is a Deep in Desire Yacht. A lot of people said it smells like a blueberry muffin. Now, I don't know about y'all blueberry muffins, but I get my blueberry muffins from Stop and Shop and they don't smell like this. I got grapes from this, and that's actually what's in here is grapes. So I think maybe that particular grape that they use can kind of like give off a blueberry vibe. Maybe that's what people are getting. Maybe also correlating it to the color of the bottle. I don't know. I thought I would just be like fully in love with it, and I'm not. And I'm so mad because I was like, oh, all the girlies like, oh, you gotta smell this. This is amazing. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, it smells good in the air. I love that. But this has black grapes, grapefruit peels, camellia Italian tea, hazelnut, bergamot, cedarwood, and dark chocolate. And I'm like, okay, I vibe with some of those notes in there. I don't know why I'm not in love. Like, I want to be in love too. It lasted very long, but I just don't feel like this is for me in the gourmand category. I personally don't like smelling like pastries because it reminds me of Bath and Body Works candles. So I think that's my own little hang up with it. So I'm not really into smelling like pastries, but I do like smelling edible. And this is a beautiful scent. It's very realistically gourmand. Like, I could eat this. If you put this in front of me, I'm tearing it up. It wasn't a love for me, but it was a very strong like. And I kept trying to go back to it. I wore this one probably the most because I was just on the fence about it. I was like, wait, do I love this? But I think after multiple wears, I was like, yeah, this is something that if I was gifted, I'd be like, oh, thank you. Okay, cool. But me, I don't think I would necessarily go out of my way to purchase it yet, especially since I'm shaping my collection and curating it and all that. But it's something that nothing in my collection smells like. Next, we have Aquamarine and Powder. So clue was in the name. I was like, okay, this is going to be a little bit powdery. First spray, I was like, oh God, this might be a little masculine. Let me brace myself for the day. But it turned into like a powdery cream, light musky scent. And then I was like, oh, well, hello there. Probably I was picking up on the lavender that was in here that immediately I was like, okay, this is masculine. But overall, I really digged this scent. This is what I imagine luxury baby powder being. It was like just nice and creamy and just clean, she smells a little bit more expensive than your Johnsons and Johnsons. This had lavender, absolute, powdery notes, passion fruit, iris, orchid, pink pepper, musk, and sandalwood. That sandalwood makes it just that perfectly creamy. It's a little tricky when it gets to musk because you don't want it to be overpowering, and I do have a few overpowering musk iris type of combinations, and that to me like creates like baby powder vibes. But with this one, I think the addition of that passion fruit gives it a little bit of sweetness, and I liked it because I did pick up on that sweetness like later on in the day. When I have scents like this, I immediately think this is perfect for work. It gave me boss vibes, but this one is more of an approachable boss, maybe a supervisor. You know, you can kind of kiki with her and, you know, relate a little bit more, but still respect her authority. This is definitely not Miranda Priestley, like boss level. I love me a good little powdery musk scent, and yeah, it was up my alley. So if Aquamarine and Powder was a powdery musk, Moonstone and Tuberose was a light white floral musk. And this was so dreamy. I loved it. This was just nice, clean spring day, just bopping around the park. I think I am a huge fan of tuberose because literally almost every tuberose fragrance I've tried, I've absolutely loved, and I get the same sort of reaction to. Just very feminine, and I was like, ooh, she's a lady. I like that for me. She had tuberose absolute, angelica flower, white musk, vetiver, jasmine, gardenia, and velvety notes. The thing that I got the most was the tuberose and the gardenias. It's just a light floral femme situation. I'm so mad that we're going into fall winter because I really would have loved to have worn this in the spring, because you know, she's a little flirty. Like, she's not super naive, you know, she lived a little life. She's still, you know, fun and life hasn't hit her yet, you know. But I absolutely adored this scent. I thought this was easy to wear, in my opinion, you know, but you have to like a light floral scent. It's not a huge bouquet of flowers, but you definitely like are wearing some sort of like clean floral. You know, I love clean florally scents, and this is one of those where it's like, oh yeah. The next one was Alexandrite and Patchouli. If you ain't new here, you already know my thoughts and feelings on patchouli. This was instantaneously masculine in my book. I was just like, nope, this is masculine. But I didn't hate it. Normally I would have been like, oh God, get this thing away from me. I didn't want to like instantly take a shower. I thugged it out all day. But let me tell you, the hold it has on my trench coat is ridiculous. I had to switch jackets, and I remember specifically I wore a long sleeve shirt because I knew I wasn't a fan of patchouli. And honey, this said F your shirt. We gonna get on your trench too. If I still grab that jacket, it still smells like this on the one sleeve. And I was just like, wow. I knew not to test this on both arms because I was like, oh boy. But this thing, she is powerful. She's gonna grab onto your clothes like, wow. But my feelings aside, it was a nice masculine scent. I feel like a really nice, like strong man would wear this. Maybe he does a little something outdoors, like a good construction worker. If he still wanted to smell good, but not necessarily outside. We don't want a man who smells like outside. He's the general contractor. He just comes in making sure everybody's doing their stuff, but he's not necessarily putting in the sink for you. Surprisingly enough, I did not hate it. So this had the leather, the Siberian musk, patchouli, mimosa, linen, cotton, lime, bergamot, orris, ambroxan, and galbanum. The saving grace is the linen and the cotton, and I think that's why I'm like, oh, I don't hate it. It's giving me a little bit of a comforting vibe, but I still feel like this is definitely a man's cologne. I believe all of these scents are unisex, but this one I'm going to put right under that masculine column, because this I would never wear this. And the fact that you guys still see me like sniffing it, that shows I really didn't hate it. Like I would like to see this on a man. Oh my god, I would like to smell this on a man. Also, if you noticed, most of the scents, with the exception I think of Deep in Desire Yacht, all of them are like a sort of stone and then their descriptive nature, like the main, I guess, note that you're gonna see. Each one kind of tells you exactly what you're getting into, but that was a nice naming feature. You don't see too many brands doing little things like that. I just enjoyed it. So the final three are kind of almost like the Delina trio. The first one is Ruby and Vanilla. And you guessed it, it is a vanilla scent. This was the first fragrance I tried out of this pack, and I was just like, yeah, I really love this. You get that vanilla, but it's almost like there's a creamy almond just sprinkled throughout. And I think that's what it is. It wasn't like hella almondy. And I was nervous because it does have almonds in it. And I'm slowly noticing that I don't like almonds in my fragrance scent. I like bitter almond, but straight up almond, I'm just like a little cautious. So this one had vanilla, absolute, bergamot, patchouli, velvety notes, Sicilian mandarin, ambergris, almond, and gaiac wood. This is more of a sensual vanilla. Because of the, I guess, gaiac wood, it makes it a little bit woodier. Duh. There's an air of sophistication to this vanilla that I don't quite have with a lot of the vanillas that I do have in my collection. But nonetheless, it is a beautiful grown up vanilla. If you're thinking it's gonna be like, oh, like super sweet vanilla or like just like gourmandy vanilla, this ain't it. This is supposed to be modeled after a opera house. So once I read that, I was like, okay, that makes sense with the, you know, red curtains and then the wood and all of that. So I was like, okay, I get it. And I guess that's where I'm getting that sophistication from, you know, a little bit of elegance. You know, would I deem this sexy? No, but it's definitely a level of class to her. Something a little bit more mature, a little bit more elegant. And I think that's why I really did like it, because it was like, oh, this is a little bit different from everything else. You know, vanillas, you tend to be you wanna, ooh, that's edible. No, gobble, gobble, swallow. But this one is just like, I know I smell good. So I went into Ruby and Vanilla Oud with an open mind. Maybe since I really did like the Ruby and Vanilla, that this would make me like oud. I still don't like oud. Still not a fan. Just, this is not appealing to my nose whatsoever. It's just, I wouldn't even want a man to smell like this. And right now it's on my tongue. It's not tasty. Definitely worse on paper. You know how we talk about the Delina trio and exclusive is like the older sister? Well, this one definitely is the older sister, but this is the much, much, much older sister from the first wife that your dad had, but now he has a young, like, hot wife, and she just had a newborn, but you're already in your, like, 60s. That's who's wearing this. And your dad is, like, 80. Just, no. Oh God, oh no. I know oud is something very like highly sought after, especially in the Middle Eastern culture. And I try to be very respectful when it comes to oud. It's just, oud is just not like feeling. I I just don't like oud, and I don't know why it smells like this on the paper. This smells like almost a little fecal that I'm picking up. And I know sometimes oud can smell like that. It's just, no. So this has Gaiac wood, incense, Madagascar vanilla, Argo wood, ambergris, powdery notes, Damascus rose, and black musk. I don't want anyone to wear this around me. Just don't. If you're a oud lover, maybe you would like this a lot more. But because I already know I'm not a oud lover, I kind of like braced myself for impact. And I was hoping it would change my mind because of the, you know, vanilla situation. But it just, no. It just got, This was an easy pass. And finally, from the trio, we have Ruby and Vanilla Neroli. Love at first sniff, 10 out of 10. This reaction is what I was expecting to have with Deep Desire Yacht. This sensation through my body. I smelled this, I was like, instantly love. This smells lavish. This is almost like a very expensive creamsicle. Just stunning, so yummy, just not heavy, little sparkly. It would be a sherbet, not heavy like an ice cream, but just satisfying. Just, you get that sweet tooth kick. If you are somebody who likes sweet perfumes but still wants to smell like a woman, this is it. This one, absolutely. There's nothing young about the sweetness that's in here. I feel like this is a signature scent. I feel like you can wear this all year long. I feel like I need to add this to my collection. Like, oh my God, this smells so good. This has bergamot, neroli, lavender, vanilla absolute, patchouli, musk, orange blossom, amber, drywood, oriental powder, and almond. I don't care what they put in there. And I know it has patchouli in it and I love it. I don't know why people aren't going crazy over this one. I feel like this one is the best one. I just get all types of like opulence to this. Just that youthful essence. People with good energy just smell like this. Oh my God. This one I absolutely love. Put a smile right on my face. Just, oh man, I want to put that on too. Like, where is it? Oh God, don't pick up the oud, girl. Whew, could you imagine? Yeah, 100% love neroli. It's just, that orange blossom just takes it to another level. I think if you hate it, love Don't Be Shy, try this one. Try this one. I feel like it substitutes the marshmallow for almonds. It's a little bit more sparkly, but like you kind of, damn, I'm tripping over my words. I really enjoyed this one. Like, this one is 100% big bottle energy in my book because I just, oh my God, it's so intoxicatingly good. Just, yeah. You already know the patchouli and the oud are going to be my bottoms because they have no place over here in my kingdom. It was definitely hard to do mids and tops, but Aquamarine and Powder is definitely in the mid. And I think I'm going to put Deep in Desire Yacht in my mid. Moonstone and Tuberose and Ruby and Vanilla Intense. I'm going to put those two at the top because I would like to add those into my collection. But hands down, my absolute favorite is the Ruby and Vanilla Neroli. 100% I will be getting a bottle. It won't be this year, but that bottle is coming home with me. Hope you enjoyed this video. Check out some of my other videos and I will catch you in the next one. Bye guys.